Hi, my name is Oluwarotimi Shodipo. I'm a cloud and solution architect for Microsoft and Linux operating system. And today I'll be talking on the topic titled Microsoft Windows Server 2016 and 2019. And what we'll be discussing today is the installation method of this server operating system. Without boring you, I'll make it as short as I could and I'll go straight to the next. Now, the first type of installation you have for Windows Server operating system in general is using your installation disk, or you have your ISO image copied in USB drive. One of the ways that you can perform such copying ISO image into USB drive is using the disk path command. And for you to run such command, you must run it using an elevated privilege. That's when you're running the command prompt as run as administrator. You have the option when you click, go to your start menu, and you right click, you type in your CMD, and you right click on it, and you'll see run as administrator. That simply means that you're performing a secondary logon, which allows you to be able to carry out an administrative task. The other way you can install using Attender installation is performing an upgrade. What makes either of these Attender installation is you will be sitting in front of a computer system, running through the process by responding to any screen messages that pop up during the installation. Like you have to input the product key, you have to set the time zone, and all that. You can only use this approach when you have just one or two computers is a form of installation. But if your computer is more than that, or even if it is one, you're working in an environment that time is key, then you can use the unattended installation. This means is you create an answer file. An answer file that contains all the screen messages that will pop up during the installation process, like the product key, the time zone. The answer file contains all these parameters. And for you to be able to create an answer file, you will need to download a tool from Microsoft website called Windows Assessment and Deployment Kit. That will allow you to be able to create an answer file. The answer file is an XML format file. It's an automated script that answers to every screen messages that happens or that comes up during the installation of the operating system. Now, I included the DISM, which simply stands for Deployment Image Servicing and Management. It's a tool also that allows an administrator to be able to capture an image, or rather mount an ASO image or VHD, inject Windows packages into such ISO. So during the installation of such ISO, operating system, because we've already injected drivers packages into such ISO, during the installation of the Windows operating system of that ISO, it will install all the necessary packages and drivers. At DISM, I'll be running a series on it. I will be doing some demo labs just for us to have a good understanding of it. The biggest one is Windows Deployment Service. The unattended installation can be done on one or two computers, but the essence of the unattended is for an administrator that responds to several IT requests, and sitting on one computer to run through the installation, because it will take like about 20 to 30 minutes, and there will be no room for such time to be sitting down in front of the computer running such installation. So you can use unattended installation. But what if you and I have like about 20 or 30 to 100 computers, and they are all you don't have pre-installed OS on them. And the way you can achieve this is using one of the core rules of Windows Server operating system. This is not new in 2019 and 2016. It came from the previous operating system, Windows 8, and is inherited by its predecessors. Now, Windows Deployment Service is used to perform bulk deployment of Windows image to multiple computers at the same time. But for you to be able to achieve this, you will need to have on your network a DHCP server that dynamically assign IP addresses to computers that wants to talk to the WDS server. You will equally need to set up a domain controller and also a DNS to perform the name resolution. So all these are requires for you to be able to perform or deploy, set up a Windows deployment service on a server operating system. And this requirement listed out here are basically for the servers. But while we have a requirement also for client PC. On the client side, all computers that we're talking to the WDS servers must have a PXE-enabled network interface card. Most computers that are manufactured now comes with this NIC feature. So in other words, they can talk to WDS server when any computers are purchased from the market and they don't have pre-installed operating system with them. Any computer that does not have PXE enabled, you can use your WinPE to boot those computers to be able to talk to the WDS server. I have included some link at the bottom of this slide just for us to have references for where to find out more information. And this caption that I have for Wikipedia here, I actually got it from Wikipedia, so I'm referencing Wikipedia here also. And so that is all for my session, and I'll be seeing you again. Thank you.